The crux of the case comes down to the confession. She has a detailed, multi-page confession.
But was the confession accurate? Not necessarily, according to Monique's attorney, Walter Smith.
Walter was able to attack them on the timing of the confession, the fact that it was very late at night.
Not just any night either. Monique had been questioned mere hours before David's funeral.
She was emotionally just a basket case and didn't remember half of what she said.
But would she have her say now? Would Monique take the stand? Monique had gone to court that morning expecting to.
I'm up next. And the lawyer's telling the judge, without even telling me, he says, oh no, she's not going to be testifying.
Monique was shocked by the decision. But her attorney stands by it, pointing to the multiple versions of the story Monique had already told.
Whatever she said, they could have contradicted it from some other source.
Instead of Monique's tale of the mysterious Diablo, her attorney offered jurors a more concrete alternative, a man who was already in prison for the crime.
I don't believe she had any foreknowledge that he was going to kill her husband. And Ralph Crompton solely was guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
His proof? Ralph Crompton's own confession following his botched suicide attempt.
He thought he was dying after trying to commit suicide, and said on his basically what he thought was his deathbed that Monique had nothing to do with it.
On June 17th, the trial broke for deliberations. As the jury filed out of the courtroom, everyone was left wondering, was Crompton's so-called dying declaration enough to raise reasonable doubt? Coming up, the jury delivers its verdict.
I do not for 1 minute believe that she did not orchestrate this.
On June 17, 2005, Monique Turin was seated at the defendant's table in the Bay County, Florida courthouse. Accused of orchestrating her husband's murder, the 48-year-old widow was awaiting the verdict in her first-degree murder trial. She faced life in prison if convicted. After only 3 hours of deliberation, the clerk rose and read the jury's verdict.
We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Monique Turin, in this case. The defendant is guilty of second-degree murder.
The finding, second-degree murder, meant not everyone in the jury box believed the state had proven its case for premeditation. For the authorities and David's family, it was a disappointing decision.
I do not for 1 minute believe that she did not orchestrate this.
For Monique's attorney, on the other hand, the jury's verdict was something of a victory.
The state said she's guilty of premeditated first-degree murder, but the jury didn't. They couldn't make sense of the state's theory, so they compromised.